Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 344. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello.
What's up, Grizzo?
I'm good, thank you. Hello, everyone.
All right. In case anybody didn't know, the season finale is going to have the Cybermen versus Unit. If you've seen the pictures, we also have Michelle. I think her name is Michelle Gomez. She is playing the gatekeeper to the Nether World or Nether Realm, something like that, Brian. I think that's what it is. Make sure I'm correct here with that. Hold on a second.
Sphere, wasn't it?
Yeah, let me. She's the gatekeeper of the Nether Sphere. Okay, and the whole thing is that they're doing 2 episodes, a 2-parter finale. But the one thing I really want to discuss is because people are starting putting articles out there about, hopefully, with Moffat now taking charge of the Cybermen episode, it's going to be a lot better than when another writer did the last appearance. And I gotta, it kind of struck a chord, and I got pissed off because, one, the Nightmare in Silver was written by Neil Gaiman. Now, I love Neil Gaiman. If everybody knows who Neil Gaiman is, he has done comic books, he has done novels, he has done just about everything, and he's doing movie scripts now. So that script was interfered with Stephen Moffat, and Stephen Moffat had changed basically 50% of it, where it didn't involve kids in his script. It didn't involve half the stuff that was in there, but Moffat turned it into that. So you can't blame Neil Gaiman. You can't attack Neil Gaiman that his vision of the Cybermen didn't click with fans because it wasn't his vision. His vision was altered. Moffat had stepped in, and I'm really, Neil Gaiman had created one of the greatest Doctor Who episodes of all time, The Doctor's Wife. And it was very different, that episode, and people could tell and people know, because even Neil Gaiman had said that things were changed to his script. So I'm going to leave it with you, Grizzo, now. What do you think about these statements that are coming out that people are like praising Moffat, or they can't wait for him to do the Cybermen right? I mean, I don't like that.
I tend to agree with you, Joe. Coming to the broadcast of Nightmare in Silver, I didn't realise, I only read later, that Gaiman had intended that to be a 2-episode a 2-part story, and that he was a little bit irritated at Moffat changing his stuff. And it reminded me of reading The Writer's Tale by RTD, when he said there are some writers, out of common your professional courtesy, that you don't edit, that you don't. And he said Moffat in that you don't change Stephen Moffat's. And I wouldn't imagine you change Neil Gaiman. So why Moffat would think it was okay to mess around with Gaiman's script, I don't know. And those Cybermen in that Nightmare in Silver could have been fantastic. And the basic concept of them upgrading and being quick and smart. And I loved Matt Smith and the Cyber Planners toing and froing in the scenes when he's in his head, and then later when he's playing chess. And you could tell that those were the Gaiman bits.
Right.
And it made me wish so much that we had another 45 minutes and less of the more twee stuff.
And another thing that bothers me is everybody knows that the Cybermen are responsible for the death of the Doctor's companion, Adric. So knowing that, obviously Neil Gaiman didn't want to have children in a Cybermen episode, or even in danger by the Cybermen. And knowing that the Doctor knows that he lost his companion, wouldn't quick to have the kids sleep in the same room as a disabled Cyberman. Now, I could not believe that in any way, shape, or form possible, that the Doctor would actually put their lives in danger, saying it's no big deal that they're deactivated, you could just sleep here. I'm 1,000,000% against that, and I don't care how old he is character-wise. He will never forget when a companion of yours dies at the hands of
Hello, is Joe gone?
Yeah, I think he dropped out again.
What happened? Hello?
You just gone for a few seconds.
Yeah, you were gone for a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I would never think that the Doctor would forget that he lost a companion to the Cybermen, and would never put the kids in danger, even like staying in the room sleeping while a disabled Cyberman in Nightmare and Silver. So, I come on. amusement park Cyberman thing. It could have been so much better. And you tried to use the thing about Clara being the nanny and stuff to the kids. I mean, you just certain things you just don't do. And if you remember your Doctor Who history, you don't remember. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, what do you think, Brian? Grizzo?
Oh well,
I think people. It's easy to forget that.
I know.
Back in the Ninth Doctor's run, in the Dalek episode, when Eccleston is looking through those alien artifacts, and there's a classic Cyberman head in a glass case, and he says the stuff of nightmares reduced to a museum piece. I think that's the phrase, or kind of it. So, and then even Tennant sees them and goes, "Oh my God, this is happening again," and that sense of menace was completely missing from the last incarnation of the Cybermen. And I thought that they were meant to be the next evolution of being the scary, monsters. So yeah, I just agree with you. I don't think Moffat did them justice at all.
well, they were supposed to be like advanced version
or not
of
even
what?
like he didn't even. I know, but he wasn't even remotely afraid of the Cybermen. It was like a challenge to him, like chess piece. Like he was like, "Come on," I don't know. Well, here's the thing: if Neil Gaiman is able to do his script for the next one, supposedly the rumor was two rumors. One was the effect that Moffat let him do it because maybe he felt it with the script. So that is probably Series 9, unless, of course, they squeak out a Neil Gaiman one, which is the 10th one here. That's the mystery episode we don't know about. But don't forget also, Mark Gatiss is also doing another episode this season, which could be the Christmas or could be episode 10. But other than that, Grizzo, I mean, are you happy that the Cybermen are a part of the cliffhanger once again? Or not even a cliffhanger?
I don't think I'm happy or sad. Sometimes I think it probably comes down to production cost. So I think I've said this before. If you've got a lot of stuff hanging around that cost a lot of money to put together, I can understand why the BBC would use them again. On the other hand, since they're actual outside broadcast stuff, they might not have a huge role. It might be a little bit as a side issue to something else because we don't know what the gatekeeper is about yet. So I've got an open mind about it. I do like the fact that there's some kind of smashed up classic head on the floor. So I don't know if there's something that goes on between the new Cybermen and the old ones.
Right.
I would like.
Old ones and the new ones.
Yeah, I would like to see classic Cybermen versus new Cybermen. That would be quite cool.
That would be cool. Daniel.
Are you bouncing in and out, Joe, at the minute? Brian, can you hear him? Can you hear Joe?
No.
Two Joes.
Daniel, you there?
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, what do you have to say about the finale?
I think it's looking good, but I just don't like how the way people are thinking that Moffat can write like the Cybermen better than Neil Gaiman, like saying that he can kind of save the Cybermen. Because if you think about it, in the Moffat era, the Cybermen haven't been that good in the way the stories have been set out.
I agree with you, Daniel, 100%. And also look at how he used the Cybermen, and even the Good Man Goes to War and stuff like that. He made him like a piece of crap, I think.
Yeah.
What about Unit, Daniel? What do you think about Unit being involved?
I'm not really sure, because from what we saw in the 50th anniversary, they're kind of becoming a bit more evil. They took the TARDIS away and stuff.
So you're not happy with Unit either, right? Right now, or you just okay? Do you see what I see, that Unit could be a villain at some point in time? Organization?
Yeah,
on the Doctor.
Yeah, because they've got quite advanced technology and.
Right.
Yeah, from what we've been seeing before.
So could we see a situation where the Cybermen are not the villains, but Unit is?
I think on one of the pictures, if you look, what's her name, Kate Stewart, she presses something and it controls the Cybermen.
Oh my God, I didn't even
And
see
a lot
that.
of people, yeah, I don't know what it is because someone commented it on a video and they think that Unit may be working with the Cybermen.
Oh, finds, man.
Wow.
That's awesome. Nice find there, bro. All right. I didn't even notice that, but very good. Now, what about this
And
gatekeeper? Yeah, Grizzo. Okay, Grizz.
Oh no, sorry, just one more point on the Cybermen was Daniel might be right, because at the end of Nightmare and Silver, of course, they've got that spinning cybermite going through space, so it had to land somewhere. So I don't know if that's going to show that maybe Unit find that one. Not sure.
If I was a Cyberman, and just don't forget that there was only one Cyberman that was in time of the Doctor, I would be pretty pissed off that they know now that the Doctor erased their databanks, so they'd be gunning for him. They'd be pretty pissed off, and I would feel that they're going to be hunting him down, because how dare he mess with their history, Same thing with the Daleks. I would think the same thing too.
Yeah. Well, maybe the Cybermen just want his brain.
Maybe.
That's what the Cyberplanner says. He says, all the stuff in here. So
Right.
maybe got a taste of the Doctor's brain and would like to have some more of it.
Or maybe if we really want to do something interesting, maybe they'll have a cyber leader that will look like a cybernetic Matt Smith, and maybe Matt Smith, besides appearing in the first episode, appears as Mr. Clever in a cybernetic form to battle Peter Capaldi. How great would that be?
I don't think they'll pay for that, but it would be good. Yeah.
It's the writer in me, dude. I'm sorry. I think of stuff like that.
Yeah, but that I would like to see that too, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, imagine Clara having to deal with somebody that looks like the 11th Doctor. That'd be awesome. So, all right, gang. Final thoughts, Brian.
Well, my thoughts would be if the Cybermen do come back, do it in good cares and good needs of the Cybermen, and depending on the write-in and the direction within the episode and the episode itself, then it should be good. I think.
All right, Daniel.
Yeah, just hoping to see if they can come up with a good Cyberman story.
Absolutely. Grizzo?
Yeah, no idea what nanosphere is. Nano usually means small, so I don't know if it means small universes, small worlds. Open mind about it, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's not that far away now for the start of season 8, so I'm quite excited.
All right, guys. This has been the Real Whovians Cast, episode 344. Thank you, panel, for appearing, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye for now.
Take care.